Summer tub update, 24th of May, 2026. Continuing to put out more fish today. This tank is a mix of the oranges, which technically would be yukihis, that came off of the Halloween line last year, and then the golds that came off of standard fin golds that came off of the Hikari breeding project last year. I think I'm only going to put out the yukihis. But I'm going to pull them and then take them out and sort through them and pick the best couple males and females to use for the project. So, yeah, see you in a minute. These are to really select my yukihi breeders. I took that mix outside, and I don't know if it shows up very well, but you might be able to see that some of these are more orange than others. The ones that are the intenser orange are the yukihis, and then the milder ones are the golds. And while I am tempted to do more, some more golds, because that is a line that I've done for a long time, although these are descendants of that line. But actually, some of these golds are panda eyes. I should look at them. But maybe do the panda eye ones. And panda eye is where's this guy right here where he's got the dark eyes, the really dark eyes. But yeah, these what am I trying to say? So the thing with at least the orange type rice fish is the females are much more intensely colored than the males. So if you just pull all the most intense, all the most orange ones, you're going to just have females. But also there are, varying qualities of males for their intensity of the color on them. And so I went through and I decided to do a 2.3, 2 males, 2 females. And you can see right here, these are the breeders I selected. And they're all orange. There's one female that has a bit of, which I really like, the iridescent spangling on her. But otherwise, yeah, 2 males and 3 females. So, yeah, these are the guys that are going to go into the breeding program. Getting ready to put the Aphanius mento out. You can see I've got, well, the males are the ones with the blue fins. Normally they'd be velvet black, the dominant males, but there's not enough cover in this tank right now. And then the gray ones are the females. So I'm going to put probably a 2.3 in the 75 gallon of these guys. These are one of my favorite fish, like top 3 all-time favorites. So anyway, yes, Mocha, they are. Yeah. So, yep, they go out every year. It's true. It is true. Well, the Valencia are in a rather sad state. Had a filter go out and didn't realize it and lost a bunch of them. So we got some old, kind of on their way out breeders. Those are the really skinny ones that you see. And then a few young guys. I think I got both males and females. This is a super rare fish. It's a care species endangered in the wild, Valencia letourneuxi. But also sometimes, because I've never really they're not a commercially viable fish. They take forever to grow out. They're not super flashy or anything, and sometimes I'm like, do I want to keep these? And right now I'm wondering, do I want to do these for one more year? Because if I don't do them, they're going to be gone, for me at least. I'm sure there's people who have them in the hobby still. But, I don't know. There's only so many fish and other stuff that you can keep, and I've found as I have gotten older that I'm much more selective with what I work with. Yeah, I mean, you can see that guy's super skinny, because it's an old fish. That's another old fish right there, old female. I do think there are a couple like that right there. Is that a male? That actually is a male, I think. can kind of tell the shape of the anal fin's different, and the females don't have as much color in their dorsal and anal fins. But yeah, there's at least one young female in there. I think she's she's that one in the back that's kind of near the surface right there. I think that's a female in the back there, but yeah, I don't know. Debating back and forth on whether I want to put these guys out and keep them going. You know, where it's kind of, you're just asking, like, who am I keeping them going for? Because I'm not selling them to anyone. I'm not gifting them to anyone. They're just kind of, you know, there. So, anyway. Things you think about when you're dealing with rare fish. So, kind of as an addendum to what I was just talking about with the Valencia, these are Aphanius vladykovi, and as you can see, my colony is doing really well. Got both males and females. The males are the ones with the kind of sky blue stripes on their sides. The females are the ones with the dark, like, leopard spots. And this is a super, you know, personable fish. As you can see, they're right up at the glass looking for food. You know, I think this is a fish with a little bit of marketing that people would really like. You know, they've got a ton of personality. They look cool. They're not aggressive, unlike Aphanius mento. And yeah, I think more people should be working with them. And, you know, these guys are definitely going outside because they're one of my favorite fish. You know, so yeah. And they're also a care species. I believe they're endangered in the wild. If not, they're definitely a care species. And yeah, they're just a really, really cool fish. So we got fish. Let's see if the turtle's out. Oh, he's looking for food, I think. Don't see him though. Anyway, so we got the fish that we're going to put out. In this 45, actually, no. This FAR 40 will get the ukihis. These guys will go over there, I think. Yeah, because they'll be pretty visible, and yeah, that's what we want. This 45 will get, during my yukihi selection video, I was talking about that female that was very light colored and had the panda eyes. Well, decided to do something with her, found a male that's also light colored, doesn't have panda eyes. And yeah, we're just gonna try him in this 45 and see how it goes. Everyone's eating grass. This is the Aphanius vladykovi tub. We've got 3 males and 4 female Aphanius vladykovi, including one of the big mamas. This, well, actually, we'll do these guys in a minute. Yeah, everyone's enjoying the grass. This right here is, I decided I am doing the Valencia this year, but I went and I just took the younger ones. There's 3 definite males in there and 2 probable females. And we'll put them in and see how they do. You know, that's the thing with the Valencia. If I ever get rid of them, I probably will never have them again. So, what the hell. Then lastly, Aphanius mento. 2 males, 3 females. They're going right in here, as they always do. And, yeah, I think they're going to have a good time. Yeah, so I'll be back after I get all these guys in. Okay, got the fish in. And just to show off, here are, of course they're gonna move on us. I think you can see them there by the sweet flag. There's those gold marbled guys hanging out. Be nice when this tub clears up, they're gonna be much more visible. I also put in some Valencia from the Valencia tank. Someone's coming out to say hello. And over here we have the Halloweens, which are one of my favorites. Of course, they are visible. Yeah, they are very active and they like to be up at the top. So I really like the Halloweens. And I should say, this year I'm kind of doing something different. Some tubs I'm doing my typical water lettuce, but other ones I'm doing hornwort. I've done hornwort before. Just want to kind of experiment and see, don't want to fall into a rut, especially, when sometimes there might be better ways to do things. And actually in the gold Hikari tub over here, these guys are still hanging out. In this gold Hikari tub I have both water lettuce and hornwort. Yeah, there's one of them hanging out. There's two of them, and then the third is over there. So I haven't seen any casualties, which is great so far. This tub doesn't have anything in it yet because we're waiting on the baby turtles. Well, waiting on the lid to put the baby turtles out. And I'll show the baby turtles when they go out. And then this tub, the white and black medakas, I've seen a couple of them in here, but they're definitely not very visible. Hopefully they overcome their shyness as time goes on. Here we've got the Aphanius mento tub. And sorry, it's like high noon right now, so the sun is just beating down. But yeah, this is the Aphanius mento tub. Just got them in. Saw a splash in here earlier, but otherwise haven't seen the marbled Hikaris. Oh, there's Geo's out, and Mocha's running over to say hi. There's Silver there in the background. Hello, big boy. Hello. Yeah, but Geo is out. Let's see if he'll let us get a glamour shot. Yeah, he will, actually. Hello. Yeah, he'll actually let us get pretty close. Yeah, that's Geo. Yeah, beautiful male European pond turtle. So, yeah. Yeah, I just really enjoy this species. So that's why I've got two more of them. And then this tub I actually ended up not putting any fish in today. I'm going to let it go for another week. I ended up setting up like 2 weeks later than the other tub, so I'm going to give it some more time to mature. Over here, did end up, like I said, putting out the Valencia letourneuxi. We'll see how they do. This canna is like within a couple days of throwing off blooms. And then over here you can already see, this is where I put the Yukihi medakas. And you can see there's a small, well, I put in 5 and there's 3 of them hanging out right there up at the surface. And actually the other 2 are right here by the, they went under. They were right by that rush. So be cool to see how stuff shakes out with them. I should say both in this Yukihi tub and then in the panda-eyed gold tub, the water lettuce is from the Valencia tanks. There might be, not Valencia, Aphanius vladykovi tanks. There might be some Aphanius vladykovi that end up in those. The tricolor tub, from a distance I saw the 3 fish hanging out in the back. So they are in there, but they're still pretty shy. This tub looks like it's gonna turn clear in the next day or 2, provided the temps stay good. There's the, actually, well, I can get a picture of them. This is the, there's that pair of the panda, well, female's panda eye, but these 2 golds that are very pale that I'm going to see if I can, get a paler line of fish. And then this is the Kuro medaka tub. These guys are pretty gregarious. There's 2 of them right there hanging out behind that pot. So, yeah, we'll see how they do. I'm looking at the Halloweens again that are in there. And then finally, oh, there was just one. The Aphanius vladykovi tub they're in. So yeah, oh, there's a guy that was hanging out. Or no, that was a mosquito. But yeah, they're in. So yeah, that is this week's tubs. And yeah, I'll put out something next week. And I'll show you guys what goes out in that last tub that doesn't have anything in it yet. Anyway, hope you guys are having a good time and starting to get your own stuff out. Later.